afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for January 13th, Wednesday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Don't let your feelings take you hostage. Some of us, we do. When any negative feeling like anger, sadness, despair, grief, depression, or guilt arises, just sit with it. Allow it to come into your body fully and give it full permission to enter you. This way, you become the master of it instead of it taking you hostage and owning you. Giving your feelings space and time to be fully experienced will empower you completely. I don't know, have you ever tried it? It's interesting when a lot of us will try to run away or ignore it or hopes it go away. But when you do this, when you allow a feeling and experience to enter your body in the rawest form, without the story attached to the feeling, you bring a deeper, more grounded energy into your body and mind. You become more present, alive, less controlling, fear-based, and more juicy as a human being or mankind. Don't dwell on them or the story. Just allow each feeling and sensation to flow through. And with patience and curiosity, you will soon discover a deeper peace that abides at your very core. You truly do become the master of your emotional life when you can feel all your feelings and enjoy them all. Sometimes I think that we all wrestle with is how to let go of control and really enjoy our lives. Excuse me. To find peace of mind, simply resign as the general manager of the universe. To find peace of mind, simply resign as the general manager of the universe. Every day of our lives is a new opportunity to deepen in consciousness and expand our understanding of who we think we are. Each new moment is a chance to release any limited ideas that you may have about yourself and start creating a broader perspective on this reality. This approach simply results in moving energy into form, creating into reality, manifesting a much more enjoyable experience of reality. Who we perceive ourselves to be is what determines the actions we take and how we choose to interact with others. If we truly want to enjoy this entire life, there must be a deep loosening around every fixed belief that you have about you. If you want to free your mind from any prison it's in, start surrendering to something divine within you. This path will catapult you through the unknown so that you discover the vibrant, abundant realm of unlimited possibilities. The energy of control is an impatient, egotistic approach to life. The energy of control is an impatient, egotistic approach to life. It comes from a disconnected feeling that there is not enough time, energy, money, or creativity for everything you want to manifest. A controlling person will try to push his or her agenda upon another in an attempt, in an attempt to make their desire manifest in a specific way and time. If we simply knew that everything our heart desired was destined to manifest at a certain future time and place, there would be no need to force our will over anyone or anything. We would simply enjoy the blessings, the deep eternal goodness that life is offering in this moment, and not try to manipulate life to give us something more. If you look back in your life, it's interesting to see how the energy of control was born into your life. In our primal years, we had no need for control and naturally lived in harmony with life. As children, we were like sponges absorbing each moment with trust and were totally open to receiving all of life. We simply accepted each other with each life experience. We lived in a constant state of wonder, feeling a sense of awe about the universe and consistently curious about its creation. This was our natural state of being, and we didn't need to do anything to create it. As we grew older, we adopted more complex desires and thinking patterns. We realized that in order to achieve some of our desires, we had to establish some form of control over our mind and the outer world. We had to micromanage our experience of life, manipulate life in some way in order to get what we wanted. We learned from others how to get our needs met through their controlling methods. Perhaps they were being impatient, aggressive, demanding, cunning, manipulative, or deceitful in order to force the other person into following their lead. When we were growing up, we saw how pure willpower could force people to ignore their own internal needs and do things against their own free will. We were threatened by authoritative figures to do as I say or you'll pay the consequences. By encountering this for years, we unconsciously adopted this rigid, controlling energy into our minds. We saw that when people used a more authoritative and firm approach, it was an effective way to get things done, and people would have their desires manifest more quickly. Without We'll drop off there and we'll continue. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. Frank Zappa. If you spent much time in relationship with a hypercritical, fear-based, over-controlling, authoritative family member, boss, or teacher at school, you may have formed a tendency to become a submissive sheep or rebel against any form of control. You may also be approaching your life from a generally resistant, fear-based attitude and not know it. You may not have learned that you are the authority of your life and that those controlling people were simply misguided beings. They were deeply uneducated in the emotional communication department and simply didn't know how to connect with you in an intimate, loving, and heart-opening way. If you find yourself battling with feelings of being controlled by others, or being too controlling of others, or feeling a need to always control yourself, your mind, or your emotions, here's a few good questions to ask yourself. Why do you need to be in control? What would more control give you in life, in this life? Is it possible to manifest that without having more control? How do you feel when you let go of control and can relax about your life? When you find the answer to each of these questions, you may feel it is the secret passageway to locating your greatest gold mine. However, if you keep digging, you'll discover the real gold comes from understanding that your true divine essence is naturally uncontrollable. And this is when you start to become the real master of your life. Mastery comes from realizing that the only thing we have, any real control over is how we respond to life in each new moment. When we are relaxed and centered in our hearts, we have the ability to fully respond consciously and with love. It's easy to see how the attachment to any belief, thought, person, or agenda only results in more misery and suffering. By choosing to live each day from a place of truth, honesty, simplicity, love, trust, and gratitude, we have found the highest path we can take. We can truly be free from the mind's need to control and relax. If this glorious moment ever occurs for you, then it's a sign that you have grown deeply. You've reached deep enough inside yourself, you'll get beyond the mind's childish need for manipulation. You are becoming a mature, responsible, and empowered being who lives with real integrity. The person who feels disempowered is simply unaware of their relationship with control. The person who feels disempowered is simply unaware of their relationship with control. They may get stuck in a complaining habit about their world, only focusing on what they don't have or is not working the way it should. Once that person accepts that they are fully responsible for each experience they are creating, they start ignoring the controlling attitude that is not working and start going with the flow of life instead. Control is one of those experiences that you must find a healthy, balanced relationship with in order for you to find happiness inside yourself. The problem is that many of us never look deep enough inside ourselves, beyond our faults, frailties, and failures, to reveal in the light of the amazing beings that we all truly are. Once we create a healthy relationship around control, we will stop focusing on what's lacking and decide to spend our lives appreciating the simple goodness of being alive. Then we can relax and fully relish this awesome life. When we realize that everything that we move energy into form, create into reality, or manifest, comes from what we dwell upon, we become more devoted to meditating on feelings that makes us feel more enthusiastic, empowered, aware, and abundant inside. When we feel we are powerless, our ego most wants to change the things in our world. As we realize we have the power to change our reality, the maturity that comes with that understanding changes us, and we find ourselves in acceptance of what is, with less desire of feeling our need to change the world around us. Great The first step on the journey to releasing control and really enjoying your life begins with the decision to finally trusting in life. You realize the universe was always behind the scenes, conspiring in your favor and supporting you to create, move energy and form, create in reality, to manifest your every desire and need. It's within this sacred realization, knowing the universe is our most intimate friend and ally, that we take a giant leap of progress along the spiritual path and can begin to relinquish our ego's constant need to be in control. To reach the highest levels of trusting life, you may want to start with focusing on your breath and its connection to the source of who you are. Feel within each breath you're inhaling the entire universe into your heart and then releasing it into the infinite cosmos above. Let each breath be an experience of relaxation and expansion. Notice if any awareness arises that a highly intelligent energy and consciousness is weaving through you and everything around you. Give yourself permission to relax and feel that something magical has been guiding your life from the day you were born. When you feel it, rest inside this space as long as you can, and know it will always be there to show you how to create even more pleasure, even more joy, and success in your life. The next step to releasing and we will continue. The next step to releasing control is to practice trusting the feeling of your inner guidance. Listen to how this divine guidance is constantly informing your intuition as which is the best path for you to take. Notice that trusting your inner knowing feels like inside your heart. Be aware how this sensation is showing up throughout your body. When you're trusting your intuition, notice how your heart opens and expands. Trusting yourself is the most positive, life-affirming direction you can take. Just let yourself trust whatever speaks to your heart and surrender to that which is inherently feels good inside you. In being totally free from the controlling habit, it's important to understand that your soul is always connected to the highest source of love. Your soul is always in close communication with this healing energy, constantly downloading you with what you're most needing to hear. And when you trust that this connection is there 100% of the time, you'll notice a deep feeling of relaxation shows up through your entire body. The inner guidance and relaxation you receive will override the fearful, worried, controlling mind. And deep down, there will be a feeling of coming home. There will arise a natural knowingness that life is good, and it yearns to give you heart-expansive, mind-opening experiences, or whatever it is you're looking for. The one you are looking for is you. You are the traveler, and you are the destination. In experiencing the ecstasy of your own being, you have achieved the final goal, Osho. Whenever we feel controlling energy, we are unknowingly choosing to live in fear. Whenever we feel controlling energy, we are unknowingly choosing to live in fear and have forgotten how good it feels to simply trust. We have become accustomed to living and anxiety, constantly afraid that some undesirable end result will manifest if we loosen our grip on the situation. We believe that if we relax for just one moment, we'll pay the consequence later in some way. Whenever our fear-based controlling mind has become the driving force in how we interact with life, we're simply tolerating a life of tension and creating a neurosis. We don't realize how easy and good it is to find real joy by choosing a higher spiritual path or surrender. The level of fear we experience in almost any 48-hour time frame is a good measure for how tight our grip has become on the handlebars of this grand roller coaster adventure called life. The amount we are able to trust in life is reflected by how little we feel the need to control it out of fear. It often happens that the instant we let go of fear, we have a greater need to trust in something bigger. And conversely, when we truly trust in something bigger, we instantly let go of fear. When we initiate a big step towards releasing our need for control, an extra level of anxiety will initially arise, and we are forced to increase our trust vibration. Each time we abide in the feeling of trusting in the all-loving universe, we are creating a deeper understanding about the sacred loving nature of existence. Life is a continual process of awakening to the divinity inside ourselves and understanding how we continuously create our own reality. It just happens the moment you practice letting go of control in one area of your life. Your mind attempts to control a different area instead. The bulimic teenager who feels unable to feel in control around her alcoholic parents turns to having control over her intake of food instead. Whenever the mind can find control is where it thinks inner peace is found. The truth, this inner peace, cannot be found in the mind. Only when the mind is quiet and still is true peace realized. The mind can be a slippery trickster, and unless it's trained every day, it will tend to choose the easier path of remaining in control and retain its comfortable addiction to being in control. For the rational, healthy person, the desire for pleasure is the desire to celebrate his or her control over reality. For the neurotic, the desire for pleasure is the desire to escape from reality, Nathaniel Branden. If you feel you are someone who is a true control freak and deeply needs to learn how to relax and enjoy this deep, wonderful life, you must first realize how painful it is to always have to be in control. There needs to be a physical, mental, and emotional recognition that a controlling attitude yields more pain than pleasure. The pleasure you receive from letting go of control has to be greater than the egoic payoff you get for remaining in control. When you realize by loosening this incessant grip your mind has on life, you instantly begin experiencing more joy, bliss, and happiness than you ever have in your entire life. Then letting go becomes a very easy decision to make. You simply choose trust over control because it feels so good to resign from being the general manager of your universe. It is through following this truly good feeling that you ultimately find a deeper state of trust in the divine guidance that's flowing through you. Life is like the most wild road trip across the world's most radical terrain. You can either relax and enjoy the ride, or see it as some long, painful, fear-based journey that we must all survive. Whenever you choose the path of fear, you will find you have a tight, white-knuckled grip on life's steering wheel. If your life tends to feel this way every day, it's best to try keeping one good, strong finger on the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road right in front of you. Don't look in the rearview mirror, and just focus on relaxing into your seat. You'll soon find that you can gently direct this amazing vehicle towards the destination of your greatest dreams and sing a few songs that you love along the way. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is to relax our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. Any stress that you carry, fear, anxiety, and we will continue. Release the stress, any fear, anxiety, any control. Let go. Have the trust. And as you trust and you let go, let everything fall away, the body is going to relax. Easy. So you kind of lean into the body. And as you're relaxing the body from head to toe, you'll feel a warm wave. Everything literally easing. And as we do this, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. And in the now, the space between heartbeats, you still the mind. You still the ego. You step out of the mind by being in the now. And all that chatter, all that noise that we're all presented with 24/7 disappears. Motivation enough to stay in the now. Some of us, we all reminisce, we all go into the past thoughts, feelings, emotions. But most of us don't stay there. Some of us, however, do. Too long. And whether consciously or unconsciously aware of it, we take the past, that past, we create a future from that past, and we live that past, we relive that past and that future. That's why so many on this planet are confused on why it seems like whatever they do, they keep repeating the same things in one way, shape, form, or another. This is the reason why. Some of us will go into the future. Sometimes we go into the future, but we don't stay there. But others will stay there. And they're always wandering through this life, not focused on the moment or the now, but just the future. What if, when, and how? What if this happens? When am I going to meet the one? When am I going to have this? I wonder why, I wonder when, I wonder what if. And the now, isn't it amazing? The now is all we have. It is our peace. Whatever the moment, whatever you're doing, you're focused on. Doesn't give the ego or the mind a chance. So how do you stay in the now? How do we stay in the now? Our breath. We focus on our breath in the now. And the breath can only be the now. It can't be the past. You ever heard someone say, oh, I'm having a past breath or a future breath? So the breath is very powerful, very divine. And whenever we wander, because we all wander, you could say, you could be focused on something, you'll just wander. It'll just take you away somewhere. And you just almost like you go into a trance or something. But then you remember consciously, I'm wandering with these thoughts. Most of them aren't even mine. So I'll focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. And every single time you will be in the now. The more we practice on understanding this in our breath, the more we will begin to understand the natural state of being in the now. And the more we will be in the now. Just relax the body, we're in the now, we're focused on our breath to stay in the now. And right from the base of our spine all the way through the center of our bodies to the tops of our heads, we see through our heart, minds, motion picture 7 colored wheels of light. These 7 colored wheels of light, each is a flower. In the center of each flower is a geometrical shape, all different. None are alike. And to understand these etheric energy principles that connect us from the physicality to the spiritually, to the astral plane, to the spiritual plane, and back and forth, the more we will know who and what we are. So we bring our breath, our divine positive energy, houses the kingdom of God. It sustains the kingdom of God. It sustains the body that holds the kingdom of God. So it is divine positive energy. We merge it with our God force love light energy. This is our prana, our ki, our chi. And we move this energy all the way through the center of our bodies to the tops of our heads, through these energy vortexes, these colored wheels of light. And we watch as we do this. And we start with the root chakra, red wheel of light, the Muladhara. This deals with survival, and it is blocked by fear. We then, we then move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadasana. This deals with pleasure, and it is blocked by guilt. And we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the Manipura. This deals with willpower, and it is blocked by shame. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. This deals with love, and it is blocked by grief. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This deals with truth, and it is blocked by lies. We move to the indigo wheel of light, third eye chakra, the Ajna. This deals with insight, and it is blocked by illusion. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, the crown chakra. This deals with cosmic energy, and it is blocked by ego attachment. What does that mean? It means that we are cosmic life force energy. And the thing that keeps us confused and lost is the ego attachment. So we move these energies to the tops of our heads, and we hold them briefly, about 3 seconds. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that small space, we condense and compress these energies into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful. And we release it over our pineal glands. And as we do this, the pineal gland in our physical forms, it's important for us to have it fully functioning and brightly healthy, because it is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to pure consciousness and beyond, the astral plane, spiritual plane. So when you pour this liquid energy over it, and you view it however you view it in your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. But when I pour this liquid energy over it, it just absolutely expands into a fully bloomed, massive, expansive rose with multicolored petals. And it's shimmering, sending out waves of complete trust, peace, tranquility, ease, wonderful fragrance. You can feel it, smell it, see it. And all of us gathered here are consciously aware that we're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And we know that we're one. The body, the heart mind, the God heart, the God mind, the higher self, spirit, the soul, the ego mind, all one. And we are heaven on this earth. And every single step we take, we create paradise. And we are learning to shine our light, the God force, love, light, energy that we are deep within us. We learn to shine it outward. So we are heaven on earth. Every step we take, we create paradise. And we literally flood everything, everyone with pure, deep, eternal love, shining our lights everywhere, whereas this planet glows with it. Now, we have other parts of us, other facets of us with us now, the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. And the archangels, their civilization that operates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other, but we do meet with them in this life, and we interact with them and talk with them. They always have a message. And it always will dawn on you after you've met with them. And the message is always about how wonderful it is to live in these bodies, how wonderful this life is, how phenomenal it is. Thousands of them can surround any one of us at any one time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can have a large number in a small area. And they're reflections of us, different facets of us as we are them. And then the ascended masters, they've mastered ascending into physical form, out of physical form, and hold pure God consciousness, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical form, mastering physical form while creating our experiences to perfect our creation. and learning before we decide to leave the body that we are the light. We don't follow the light, we are the light. We're compelled to call out to all of the facets of ourselves, all the reflections. And like the archangels, seraphim, cherubim, archetypes, and the ascended masters, they are consciously aware, like us, that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We call upon all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of this circle of light, the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. And they come in the gugaplexes. When gugaplex fills this universe, they come in trillions of gugaplexes from every direction, and they're with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth, many, many, many species, civilizations, but only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this meditation, and this now, and the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, all of them and all the universes, and all existences, but only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions travel throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat kind of familiar with, I suppose all their species and levels of these civilizations. Understanding only those who are consciously aware that they are of the deepest eternal love and gratitude can be with us. The lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies cannot survive in the higher, deep, eternal love, gratitude frequency. The Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Felines, the Zeta Reticuli, the Noards, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in uncountable numbers, and they are with us now. We feel all of these different parts of us as we gather as one. See them through your heart, mind's motion picture. Let go of all your control and trust in you and the universe. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, can be with us. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation and forming of the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. They come in the trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, of which many we've never seen. And the ones that we're somewhat kind of familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, wood, ether. The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form this circle of light. At a higher frequency, the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies cannot participate. They cannot hold their form. They cannot hold their presence. They must either vanish or leave. And in the trillions, they are with us now. We're all together. We're all one. No illusions. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods. We're in full compassion, non-negativity, non-ego, non-judgment, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity. We're all one, and we're all love, and we're all God. And our God, force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We form a massive circle of light. This light is from our core being. It is the God and the love that we are. It is the God heart and the God mind. It is pure consciousness. This light is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. And it floods and saturates all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, eternally, inside and out, head to toe. It is a reflection of who and what we all truly are. Now, we begin to levitate above the planet as this massive circle of light. And we're immediately met with an ocean of glitter. Little trillions of old vibrant colors reflecting little mirrors shooting everywhere. All of us reflecting each other. All of us teaching. All of us learning as one. As the collective consciousness. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, 24/7, we are imbued with white light armor, a God force, love light energy. It is impenetrable. No external force, authority, power, anything can affect it. But only you have the power that if you, whether consciously or unconsciously, decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, through hatred, anger, fear, greed, envy, revenge, you will lower it enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you are immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of a light. It reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, send them to pure consciousness where they're vaporized, gone. We are then met with a violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring the harmony and the high vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun and the sunlight. We are the rain, rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, the streams. We are the trees. We are the forest. We're all the animals. We're the sky, the clouds, the snow. We are everything. So if you're looking or you see a sunrise or a sunset and you're in awe of its beauty, its splendor, you're actually in awe of you. We continue to levitate above the planet as a circle of light. And as we do, some of us decide to step outside our physical forms and hover effortlessly above them, those of us carrying physical forms. And we come across or upon a massive crystalline light tower. It's larger than the solar system. And in the center, in the column, there is an oblong sphere, massive. And in the center of the sphere is a golden yellow-white eye of sparkle, glitter. And it's surrounded by many, many, many vibrant colors of shimmering light. And the golden white light is sending out warm waves of sparkling mist that penetrate, saturate us from head to toe, inside and out, eternally. And this is deep eternal love. It is what we are. And all the other colored bands sending out the same warm waves of mist, gratitude, gentleness, kindness, well-being, prosperity, abundance, goodness, kindness, all of this, all reflections of us, of what we truly are, of who we truly are. At the top of this column, we designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down perpetually. And this golden ocean saturates and floods our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, head to toe, inside and out. This entire planet, in it, on it, above it, and below it, endlessly. Pure, deep, eternal love, flooding, washing, increasing the vibrational frequency into higher and higher and higher deep, eternal love and gratitude. You can see why this planet and its civilization is ascending, because of the frequencies that its intent has created. We are the drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this ocean. And the ocean is the drops. And the drops are the ocean. And there is no separation. Yet it is an illusion. The separation is just an illusion. We see our meditative sphere, set center circle. We created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It holds nearly 1,200 of our meditations, all in high intent, all with the deepest eternal love and gratitude. And we, all of us, hundreds of millions of us gathered on, off world, throughout all existence, deep eternal love and gratitude, contentment, trust, all is one. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. Feel, see the love that you are, the gratitude that you are, the trust that you have in yourself. Your best friend, the ally, the universe. Letting go of the controlling energy. And ending living in fear. And knowing how good it feels to simply trust. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Once we all realize that the one we're looking for is ourselves, that we are the travelers, and we are also the destination, and experiencing the ecstasy of each of our own being, we have achieved the final goal. In trusting yourself, in trusting the universe, and letting go of the ego mind's incessant control, wanting control of everything. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. We will be here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for our Time for Change call. And we will return tomorrow, Thursday, January 14th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.